Maybe you don't have space for a home gym. Maybe you just don't want to go to a commercial gym and hang out with all the gym bros. I get it. Well, you're in luck. Whatever your reason, you can still build extraordinary strength and injury resiliency at home, in private, with no fancy equipment. In this video, I want to talk more about the value and the characteristics of effective bodyweight strength workouts. Now, back in 2009, I had to think back, it was a little while ago, I got obsessed with bodyweight strength workouts, and they really helped me recover from a 6-month IT band injury where I just spent most of the time sitting on the couch, feeling bad for myself. But as soon as I got my act together, I started getting a lot stronger. I didn't have a gym membership. I did it all at home. And that process really helped me get healthy. It also allowed me to take my training to the next level by running more mileage than ever before, by setting PRs in some of the longest distances that I've ever tried to complete. And my transformation into a much more injury resilient runner compared with where I was at as a college athlete was partly due to a lot of bodyweight strength work. And we're not just doing these exercises to get stronger. Of course, that's going to happen. We're also doing these bodyweight strength workouts after a run to help us cool down. Yes, to improve strength, but also to improve our alignment and muscle firing patterns, to improve our coordination, and just to help us feel better throughout the day. And there are so many benefits to bodyweight exercises. This is why I love when runners really get consistent with bodyweight strength work. First of all, you can do them anywhere. Doesn't matter if you live in a studio apartment in New York City that's 400 square feet, or if you're traveling and you're on the road and you can only do them in a cramped hotel room. You can even do bodyweight strength workouts outside. They can also be tailored to beginners who have no experience doing any kind of strength work to advanced weightlifters who really know their way around the weight room. And that's great because you can always start with where you are right now. Start where you're comfortable, and you can always increase the difficulty of these bodyweight strength exercises so that you're progressing. You can also start now. You can start bodyweight strength exercises right now, no matter your ability. As long as there's no pain, as long as you're not nursing an injury that might get in the way of you performing a particular exercise, you can start today. Perhaps the best aspect of bodyweight strength work is that you don't need any equipment. You don't have to outfit a home gym with $1,000 of fancy equipment. Although I do recommend a couple pieces of basic equipment that you're going to get a lot out of. I have a kettlebell. I've got a 20, 30, and 40 pound kettlebell, but you can always get started with just one. I also have a yoga mat. This is particularly helpful if you're working out inside and you don't want to get your carpets all sweaty and stinky and get yelled at for that. I know something about that. I also have a variety of exercise bands. Thank you, Emma Coburn, for these. These are fantastic because you can get a variety of different strengths, start where you're comfortable, and move up. It's all about that progression. And I do have a couple dumbbells ranging from 15 to 25 pounds. You can get so much done with these basic implements, although you don't technically need any of them for the kind of bodyweight strength exercises that we're talking about in this video. Now, if you are going to do some bodyweight strength exercises at home, whatever workout or routine or program that you're going to follow, it should have a couple basic characteristics. This is going to help ensure that you get runner-specific strength from these workouts, and also that these workouts are going to challenge you in some slightly different ways that running does not. One of the most important aspects of structuring a bodyweight strength workout is to make sure that it's dynamic. We should have movement in this workout. There's a lot of exercises, like say the standard prone plank, where you are on the ground on your elbows and hands, and you're holding that plank position. That's a great exercise. I like planks. I do them frequently, and I think runners should do planks more regularly, and particularly different types of planks. Now, The standard plank doesn't have any movement in it. It is an isometric type of exercise. And what happens there is you're holding your muscles in a contracted state for a period of time. And that's one way that you can build strength, but it's not the only way. And if our strength workouts at home using our own body weight only rely on these isometric exercises, we're going to leave a lot of strength on the table, and we can do a lot better. Our strength workouts should also focus on the posterior chain. Now, the posterior chain is your posterior. It's all the muscles on the backside of your body, particularly the lower back, the glutes, and the hamstrings, which are probably the big three posterior muscles for runners. It can be really easy for us to do some push-ups, to do some squats, and then we recognize that we've largely ignored the posterior chain, even though the squat somewhat takes care of that. We should have exercises that are specific to the posterior chain to balance out all of the work we do in the front of our body with running and develop a little bit more well-rounded strength. Now, because running is a fairly two-dimensional sport, we are always running front, right? We're always running straight ahead. We need to move in multiple planes of motion when we're doing our cross training and when we're doing our strength training. So when we are just running straight ahead, we are moving in the sagittal plane of motion. I like to see runners engage in both strength and mobility when they are moving through all three planes of motion. There's also the frontal plane, where you are going to be moving side to side. And then there's the transverse plane, which is rotational. And so your strength workouts should include movements and exercises that have you move side to side and that have a rotational component to it. You're going to become a lot better of an athlete, and that's really going to help with injury resiliency as you build your mileage, as you start doing more advanced workouts, and when you start going after some of those longer long runs, especially if you're a marathoner. Now, in this video, I'm not going to go over specific exercises or specific workouts or routines. We already have a lot of those at strength running, like the Cannon Core workout, the ITB rehab routine, the standard core routine, and many others. I'm going to include links to all of those below this video, as well as links on the video itself, so you can go check those out. We have the Mace single leg routine, which is really helpful if you're injury prone or if you have, say for example, imbalances on the left and right side. Those single leg exercises help balance out those imbalances. But these are routines that you can do almost anywhere and with virtually no equipment. So check those out. And next week, what I'm going to do is go over what I think are 5 of the most valuable exercises that you can do anywhere for runners specifically. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I'll be in touch next week.